I was in the Air Force a while back, but I was in the Air Force and did aircraft maintenance. And then I ended up, did active duty, and then I also did the Guard too for about 6 years. I decided that I wanted to one day transition from being in aircraft maintenance. So I did aircraft maintenance, decided to get out of the military, tried to figure out, what do I want to be when I grow up? And it took me a lot of paths to figure out that cybersecurity was actually one of those things. After I got out of the military, I decided that I wanted to go into cybersecurity, and to figure out how to go there, I decided to go to a boot camp with Full Stack Academy, where it was only 3 months and a fire hose of information of cybersecurity stuff. Me not knowing the first thing about doing anything with a computer. I don't know how to build one, nothing. So did the boot camp for 3 months, got all this information, and then I had to get out there to go try to find a job with no experience, but at least having that little bit of a background, and then also having the military background too. So I applied for lots of stuff and realized that there's a lot more that I do need to know. So starting out entry level with Argo is giving me like a great opportunity, because right now, just working over on one side of it, I'm doing governance and risk and learning policies and all of that, and also getting to kind of see what they do over like with the contract side or military side and stuff, and what I realized I really do need to know, which in turn made me decide that I want to go for my bachelor's too. But with that, getting my bachelor's and getting some experience in with where I'm at with Argo now, I see like a lot of bright future. So what I found unique with Argo, well, one of the things that I found specifically after getting in, I'll go back to what I found with them of why I wanted to join Argo in the first place. But after getting into it, I'm all about family, all about like who you work with and how they are with you, and knowing that you have a life outside too. So that's one thing I felt right off the bat with them, was they care about my family, what I got going on, and also the family that, that they're bringing me into with them, because, you want to be tight knit with those that you work around. So immediately off the bat, I got that with all of the people that I work with, especially I work remote, so I don't get to. It took me a while before I got to meet with the people, but you don't get to see their faces and see who they are. And really, it's different when you're in a room with people versus working remotely. So constantly I was second guessing and worrying about, one, my work, and two, just kind of, I have a lot going on with life and stuff, right? But they made me feel at home, made me feel really comfortable. Also, I thanked my lead, or my manager, I guess you could say. I don't really know exactly what he is to me exactly. He's my lead and he's my boss. But I thanked him for not making me feel so like I'm just an employee that maybe has a name. Like, I feel like they talk to me like I'm Tawndy, and your family, and who's your family like. And then on top of that, when you're working, like, hey, you did a great job with this. Like, that it makes a difference on how they act. But the unique thing that was after, obviously, I went in with Argo. But Will, when talking to Will, he just explained to me what Argo is and what they do. And remember, all this is new to me, all this cybersecurity, anything, cybersecurity firm or contracting company or whatever. So I had to learn what all that was. But one, I love their logo, so I'm partial to that. But also just the people, it goes back to the family stuff, the people, and then the things that they do. When I learned all the work that they do, both commercially and over on the contract side, was really interesting to me. And I think starting out with a smaller company, which I hope that doesn't come off as a bad thing, but starting off with a smaller company and growing with them is actually really intriguing to me, because I want to be a part of the path that they go on when they start to grow, because they're growing right now. So I think that's really huge, and I'm actually excited to be a part of it. That's why I like playing both the hats that I play. Working with Argo in this job, specifically with Argo, actually, and the position that I'm in, and kind of the remote thing, is giving me a great opportunity with my family. It does a lot for my family. Being a single mom with 3 teenagers, there's a lot to do. There's a lot that's involved with home outside of work. So because of how family centric they are within the company and without, makes it so much easier for me to take care of mine, and also give me the opportunity that I can work, and be able to provide for them, obviously. I don't really know what else.